but it has no sugar in it.
It says sugar is 13 grams.
Oh, no. Hi, I'm Melanie.
Hi, I'm Molly, and welcome to our channel.
We'd appreciate it if you would just go ahead and like us right now. Just go ahead. Just go ahead.
If you change your mind, you can always unclick it, I guess.
Yeah, and I'm hoping by this time I put up that recipe. People ask me about it.
How dare you?
It hit me today. I forgot to. So go back and look. No.
Are we going?
I will do...
What?
Yes.
Do I need to put it in airplane mode?
Oh, airplane
Why?
mode. Because you get messages.
But am I getting messages?
Well, you might.
If you do, it'll cut off.
Yeah, if it
just
cuts
thought of that.
off. And then we would just sit here blabbing at ourselves.
Cut.
Oh my goodness. Grandpa.
All right, you're going. We're leaving.
Okay. I need to remember to take it off of airplane mode when
Okay.
it's time.
So, all that to say, by the time you see this, I will have posted that recipe. So we're going to link below to the video that has the lasagna soup recipe in it.
I feel like you have things in your bangs.
We need things in my bangs.
There's like,
Well,
there
what
was
is-
that thing.
well, what is that?
I don't know, it kind of looks like lipstick.
How does lipstick get in my hair?
And that's not the only one.
Oh no, what else? Well, what in the world?
It was that thing right there. That's just fuzz.
Well, I have one show and tell today, and I may as well show and tell it right now
Okay,
because
show
I
and
had
tell
to
it.
laugh. Okay, since we don't plan very well what
We
we're
don't.
going to talk about at all, I just grabbed this out of my pantry because this is something new that I'm using. Because there's this really sweet girl, and she has a channel called Old World Home, I think. She's got kids, and she's real organized, and she cooks real healthy. Anyway, she had this on her channel, and I'm going to put it up here in hopes that you can see it. It's date syrup.
Oh, I can read.
Bob calls it syrup. I call it syrup.
Syrup.
But it has no sugar in it.
It says sugar is 13 grams.
Oh, no. What?
It's not sugar-free. It's no added sugar.
Oh, well. I've been drinking this like there's no tomorrow.
Oh, that's
Let's see what it smells
terrible.
like. No, it's really tasty.
I'm sure it tastes better than it smells. It's like,
Yes.
it probably in small. What have you been putting it in?
Well,
Don't tell me you're just like going,
I
have you done that?
maybe once. But I mainly have used it for sweet potatoes.
Like a drizzle?
Yeah.
I could see where that would be good.
Yes, instead of using brown sugar. You know, here in Northeast Texas, we eat sweet potatoes. Now, not everybody does. That would be a blanket statement that didn't apply to everybody.
Yeah.
But they are kind of big around here because Gilmer, which is a town up the road, they have the Gilmer Yamboree.
They do? Yeah.
And so they call it yams. I've always called it sweet
I
potatoes.
thought yams and sweet potatoes were different.
I don't know. I don't know biologically what the difference is between sweet potatoes and yams, but I do know they have a big celebration about yams
They
in
do.
Gilmer.
Yes.
And do you remember we went to it the first year that we moved out to the country?
I do remember that.
And we were shocked because they had a Yamboree queen.
Oh, it was, yeah.
And I'm talking, it was a big, serious deal.
It is a big, serious deal.
Yeah.
It still is a big serious
It
deal.
is. But, Molly, what does that say?
Ingredient dates. So that's
Yes,
good. It's just
yes,
a simple
it's pure dates.
yes.
And that girl from Old World Home, I don't think she would steer us wrong.
It's just no sugar added.
So I'm going to experiment with it some more, but I really like it on my sweet potato, which I believe is healthy. And the last point I'm going to make about sweet potatoes is I took you kids to the exhibit building. Do you remember
I
it?
don't. I just kind of remember a general over, their cows. There was queen. And I'm sure I'm just like, what do we get to eat here? Fair
Well,
food.
I think it had to do with yams. But in the exhibit building, they had yam sculptures.
Oh my goodness.
They had yam sculptures.
Well, I should have gone
Where
to the
people-
store and got a couple of yams. We could have been sculpting
I
something the
know
whole
it.
time.
I don't know how we already got off on that. But I'm going to link to that girl's channel. And I like her. She's very different than me. Very different than me. And I think that's why I like her. But this was one of her things. And I wonder if it'd go in coffee.
I'm sure it's a sweetener. I think it'd be more about what kind of taste it has overall.
It's Devash Organics date syrup. 100% dates. 25% less sugar than honey.
Yeah, I could see where it's a healthier alternative because they're just dates than corn syrup or, something like that.
And what I do is I eat a healthy sweet potato with that, and then I top it off with a piece of cake. That's what we just brought over here is cake.
So Jonathan, I was talking to him on the phone one day, and he said, I talked to your mom, and he said, she was at Aldi's and she was having some issues. So I want you to tell that story because I haven't heard the full story. Oh, I just shut the camera.
Well, Aldi's has been here for
a long time
several
now.
years. Mm-hmm. Yes, several years. And I have always had a mental block about going to Aldi's when I found out that there's something to do with you put a quarter in your basket and then you have to unhook your basket from other people's baskets. And that right there, that I don't know why that made me not want to go, but I just thought, you know how I am. Sometimes the quarter thing overwhelmed me. Like, do I ever have a quarter? What if I get there and I lost my quarter? Well, I know how to unhook the buggies, but this week I did decide that I would go. And I found a quarter at the house and I put it in my pocket. Actually, I put two in case I were to drop one. And I went, and there is a little slot. And then I stood there and I jerked. It didn't go down into I thought it would go down into like a machine and go ding, ding, ding. And then but it was much more mechanical than that. And so I had to observe fellow Aldi shoppers, and a man said, no, you have to disconnect it from this part. So once I was in, I was good, except for the nervousness of wondering if I was going to be able to do the quarter thing at the end. You have to take your own bags, and I had my own bags.
You took your own bag?
I took my own bags.
That was really good preparation.
So I had my own bags and these two quarters. And so I made it into the store and I found a head of cabbage for 45 cents. And I don't know if that's good
no, I never
or bad.
know.
Because I normally don't buy cabbage, but I thought for 45 cents it was like huge. I thought I can gnaw on that thing for a good solid day for 45 cents. That's less than a candy bar.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
I bought this big head of cabbage there for 45 cents. And I just kind of wandered the aisles and I got things and I tried to figure out which was their special sign, their Aldi specials, and just acquainted myself with how it was working. And then I got up to the checkout and I got behind Snooty McSnoot. And she had a little, see, this is sounding judgmental, but I'll just tell it anyway. She had a little ponytail and she had her little jogging, not leggings, everything. It looked like she may have been exercising, but she didn't sweat during the process.
She had her athleisure wear?
Yeah, she did. And so I picked the line and I'm observing how this is working.
Yeah, because those Aldi people are like...
Well, and she looked like she was just about finishing up. So I grabbed the little thing and put it down.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, "Oh no." She said, I don't put your stuff down yet because I think I'm going to fill up this whole thing. And it's a conveyor belt.
Mm-hmm.
So the guy conveys and it takes it off of there. But she was very adamant that I not place any of my groceries up on that conveyor belt. So I was just like, well, okay. So I waited. And it all worked out good. I checked out. I put things in my bag. And I thought if Bob were there, he would not have liked it because I'm just like
Throwing it in there.
tossing it in, yeah. But my cabbage I kept on the top and I ended up cooking it. And the buggy thing, it eventually worked out. I'll say it that way. When I went and put it back, there was a few little problems. But the good part, there was another lady out there having problems too. And I tried to help her, which did not help. And so then a man, a veteran, he was wearing a veteran's hat, came and he helped us both and explained to us what we needed to do, and all was well.
When did you talk to Jonathan?
While I was in the store, while I was circulating around with that cabbage.
Because he said you were like, I can't get the quarter out or something like that.
Oh, yeah. He caught me at the beginning.
Okay.
It was probably more of a process than I would care to do.
Okay, did the lady ever fill up the conveyor belt?
No, she didn't fill up the conveyor belt. She was just one of those. She just wanted to boss me around. I should do like you as a kid. You'd say, "You're not the boss
You're
of me."
not the boss of me.
But I was just like, "Oh, okay."
They have, like, people sell on Etsy little keychain quarters and
Gabrielle,
stuff.
our friend Gabrielle
okay.
had one. And I want to let Gabrielle, if you're watching this, I have now gone to Aldi's like 5 years after it.
Are you going to go
opened.
back?
If I go back, it will be just to look for cabbage and other sorts of things that I can just carry in my hand. Like, let me see if I can find something else for 45 cents.
They have some good snacks and stuff. Like, when you walk in, that's the only thing is, like, I'll walk in and I'll turn a corner and then I'll think, oh, you know what? I think I'm going to go back and get such and such. But once you kind of walk through the hallway, I mean, this is our Aldi's. I don't know how it's like everywhere. Once you kind of get through that hallway of stuff, people don't typically go against the stream there.
No.
They go with the stream. And so you're really interrupting things if you go backwards.
Yes, and that's kind of how I felt in there. Like, I am the newbie amongst the bunch of veteran Aldi shoppers. And when I look back on it now, I kept running into the veteran guy. And every time he would tip his hat at me, which I thought was so sweet. But when I look back, I see now I probably was going, I was probably out of formation.
I know, it's easy for me to feel like I'm getting out of formation.
So I don't know if it's going to be something I do often.
And there's your Aldi story.
I
didn't hear it yet. So Jonathan was like, just ask her when y'all are doing a video.
And they have things in there that aren't groceries.
Yeah, they do.
They had, the only thing I was tempted by was this planter in the shape of a dog.
That doesn't sound like you.
No, I thought my friend Pam would like it.
Oh.
And I picked it up. It was $12.99, and I was unsure if I don't know my breeds.
Yeah.
So I was like, this could be a bad, for her, this wouldn't be her favorite breed, or dog situations I'm not familiar with either. But what I am familiar with is this nice date syrup.
Well, I have something to show you.
What?
Okay, so before we went to go have dinner, have lunch over at Mom and Bob's place, we went by the grocery store and I was standing in the checkout line with a conveyor belt that was very full, so I had to wait. And I saw a magazine and I thought of you.
Oh, a magazine.
Yes, and I thought of you. Are you ready?
Yeah, I love magazines. Day.
Isn't it cute?
What is she doing in the grocery store?
I don't know. It's a 100th birthday tribute.
Oh.
Let's show them the cover of it.
Oh.
And it's like all Doris Day. It's not like, oh, Doris Day had a fling with blah, blah, blah. And here's an article.
Doris Day. Do you know this very week, I found her 5x7 in a thrift store. And I bought it. And I put it back and I thought, what am I going to do with a 5x7 of Doris Day? But I loved it and I got it. Oh, and it's all of her clothes. And look at that. So do I get to keep this?
Yes.
Oh, that's, yeah.
I remember playing Doris Day records at the house.
Yes.
You had a few when we would.
Once I had a secret love. Yes. And Que Sera, Sera, my mother, she sang that. Que Sera, Sera.
Yeah, it is all.
And then Pillow Talk is my favorite movie of all time. If you have a rainy day at your house and you don't know what to do with yourself, get your little snack and
the pajama game.
I don't like it as much as I like Pillow Talk with her and Rock Hudson. Yes. And that movie, Pillow Talk, is just eye candy. It just the clothes. She's an interior decorator, and so you get to see how they decorated. It's just, yeah. She's one of those people that probably was more my mother's genre, but she lived, so I guess she'd be 100. Is that what they're saying? She'd be 100?
I guess.
Is she dead?
I don't know.
Oh dear, we may have ventured off into a bad
area.
area.
Just look at the pictures.
Okay, because pictured here in 1945. I think she's gone on. Yes, I'm pretty sure.
So.
But this will be great fun. Thank you, Molly.
You're welcome. Isn't it cute? She just naturally looks like a happy, cheerful person.
Yes.
And then once you hear her sing, you're like, what a happy, cheerful song.
She's got a voice that's just kind of like butter. You know, it's just smooth. It's smooth and it doesn't sound like she makes much effort.
Yeah.
So...
Doris Day. Happy birthday, Doris Day.
Yes.
Wherever you are.
Yeah.
That's all I had.
Well, that's good. And we've probably talked long enough.
Probably. I got nothing else.
I did all the talking. I'm sorry about that.
Hattie got her hair cut, which was a pretty dramatic cut.
Can you insert a picture right here? I will
insert a picture.
Yeah. It's cute.
It is cute, but I think... You know, Mom was saying before we kind of got started, when you get a haircut, sometimes it can bring out other personalities in you that maybe aren't as vibrant.
Especially when you're young.
Yeah, so she feels like she's a new woman.
She does.
It just has only encouraged sass. A little swing of her head.
It's like when you get new shoes as a kid, I can remember thinking, I can run faster, jump higher.
Pep in your step.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that's what her hairdo has done for her.
It has. Yeah. So it's a good time for her to get it because I do like long hair and I like being able to do stuff with long hair. But she's 6. It's about to be summertime. Yeah. She wanted it. I'm fine with it. Hair will grow back.
Yes, it will.
So yeah. Now she's sassy little thing her. So
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us today for this little talk, and we will see you next time, right?
That's right.
Okay. Bye.
Oh, did you do your little thing?
Oh. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. I don't want to start that.
Okay, don't start that.
Bye, y'all. Thanks for watching and being so nice and making comments. We appreciate it.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye. I just feel like we've said it so many times. I just had to add it again.
Bye. Oh, my. Oh, that's going to be so fun to look at.
Isn't it dreamy looking?
Yes. Oh, there's her with Ronald Reagan. In 1952, the winning team. there she is with Cary Grant. She got to work with some people. Hi, I'm Melanie.
Hi, I'm Molly, and welcome to our channel. Shut the door and be quiet.
Ah.
Do it again.